Right, hello. Um, so today's Sunday, the 25th of August. So I just wanted to give a little update on the competition. Uh, it's very, very likely that it's not going to happen now. I've been checking the page, and so far, only three guys have signed up so far. And I spoke to the guy that's running it. He said Monday's the cut-off point. Um, some people said they was going to sign up over the weekend. Still haven't done so, so it's not looking good really. It's almost 5 to 10 here in the UK, so it is looking like um, well, I've got just over 2 hours left basically. So if I go to the page now, the just to check the latest events, Kent's strongest man. So there's only two categories in it: novice and open. Novice, 12 guys have signed up. Open, yep, still only three, and it's 9:55 p.m. So really getting close to the end now. So yeah, it's very likely it's not going to happen. So there is a competition, and it's going to be in November, and it's going to unfortunately it's going to be in Cambridge, so that is quite a way from where I live, but um, I might well do it. So well, I'll tell you about the other competition. Yes, yes, Philippe, it sure does. I really wanted to do this competition in September. I really did want to do it. I was all for it. I checked out the competition. Some strong guys there. No, I'm not going to win it, but it's okay. There was good events on it that I really wanted to do. So I'm open. Right, okay. So it's called Cambridge's Strongest. There's a good friend of mine that's doing this competition. Actually, I've done a competition with him before. I'm not saying his name, but Jamie, you know who you are. Uh, so I did a competition with him before a couple of years ago. Very good friend of mine. He's a good, strong man. So it'd be nice to have a rematch with him. So Cambridge's Strongest will be held on the 17th of November. That's 2 weeks after my birthday. So by the time this competition rolls around, I will have turned 43 years old. Cambridge's Strongest, we will be running novice, intermediate, and open categories. So I'm just going to read out the open because that's what I'm going to do. So for those of you that are new to strongman, you've normally got four categories. You've got beginner, novice, intermediate. You injured? No, not really. No, the reason I'm not doing the comp is because only three guys have signed up, and he wants at least five to run it. Yeah, no, I'm not injured. I'm all good. About the same. Rhino. Yeah, I'm about. Yeah, I think Rhino Heinler's slightly older than me. Yeah, and he is super strong, especially at deadlift. Oh no, I'm actually older than Rhino Heimler. Actually, says here 7th of June 1982. So yeah, I'm actually 7 months older than Rhino Heimler. Yeah. Okay, so Cambridge's strongest man. So 5 events. Um, so the first event is log into axle floor to overhead 75 seconds. So I'm just going to read out the opens because that's what I'll be doing. You got beginner, novice, intermediate, and open. And I did an intermediate and I got third place, and then I did an opens and I got seventh place. So hopefully, when I do my next open, I can improve upon that. Right, log into axle floor to overhead. So basically, it's 110 kilos for the log and 110 kilos for the axle. And what you've got to do, you've got to complete 1 rep on the log, then 1 rep on the axle, and then back and forward for as many repetitions as you can in 75 seconds. Now, the weight for me is no problem. So to do that is 75 seconds. It's basically just going to come down to a case of how well conditioned I am. Event 2, max deadlift. Suits, straps, and sleeves and talc allowed. Now, I don't use a deadlift suit. I've never used a deadlift suit. Haven't got one. And to be honest, I don't know if I'd be able to learn to use it in time. Aside from the 700, will you chase a 400 bench? Yes. Yeah, I will do that. I will do a 400 bench at some point. That is on my radar. That is a goal that I'm looking to do. Straps, sleeves, tap. Yeah. Event number 3, yoke. For the opens, it is 300 kilos. All right, going back to the max deadlift, it says athletes will have 3 nominated attempts. That is, in as far as I can tell, that is just a regular barbell deadlift from the floor. It doesn't say about whether it's an axle, whether it's a raised deadlift. It just says max deadlift. So I'm assuming it's just a regular barbell deadlift. Now, back in May, I did 320. But obviously, if I do this competition, my max deadlift is probably going to be a little bit less than that. Obviously, I've got to do the log and the axle before that. And I need to be very careful about what attempts I nominate. Because obviously when I did the 320, I did it fresh. It was the first lift I did. I think that day was the only lift I did, but I did that first. I did it fresh. It was all planned. To do a max deadlift in a competition, I'd have to be a bit lower and have to be careful about the 3 nominated attempts that I do. Yoke for the opens, it's 300 kilos. Quite a short distance, actually. 10 meters drop and turn. So you carry the 300 kilo yoke. That's 660 pounds. 10 meters drop, pick it up, and come back and complete the second 10 meters. So that's actually quite a short distance, actually. For moving events like yoke and farmers, the distance is usually 20 meters drop and turn, sometimes 25, sometimes 15. It's very rare. It's not normally as short as 10 meters, but it is this time. Event number 4, farmers hold for time. Now I'm going to love this. Men's weights opens 120. I can easily hold on to 120, so it's just going to be a case of how long can I hold it for, basically. I've held, the last time I did a training session when I did that gym in Colchester, I held 135 kilos for an easy 25 seconds. Right. Now the next event is max sandbag to shoulder. Athletes will have a full range of sandbags from 40 kilos to 150 kilos plus. You have 60 seconds to shoulder the biggest bag possible. You may lift as many bags as you wish, i.e., you can bank a lighter weight before attempting a bigger bag, or attempt a big bag, fail, and go for another attempt on a lighter bag as long as it is within the time frame. I achieved a 215 strict press on accident. Nice. Um, was that from the floor? Did you clean it and then strict press it, or was it out of the rack? Still good either way, though. Entry £45. Spectators fee £2. Nova Performance Unit 9 Enfield Court St Ives. Postcode PE2273NJ. So presumably that's somewhere in Cambridge, as it does say, Cambridge strongest man. So yeah, that's Cambridge's strongest man. There's a deadlift championship in Peterborough. That's quite a way. I normally only do local comps. A competition that far, I'd obviously have to get a hotel or something. I wonder if Jeff Capes will be at that Peterborough deadlift competition. I'm actually having a look at it now. From the floor, I strip press at it where he leaned. Yeah, no, well done. That's what I do as well. I just like you. I like Eddie Hall's style as well. Yeah, well done, my man. Very good. Doesn't say anything about Jeff Capes being there. The reason I thought he might be is because 6 years ago in 2018, I went to Peterborough to meet Jeff Capes, and he was doing an evening with Jeff Capes where you sit at a table and you have a meal, and Jeff Capes basically goes on stage and talks about his strongman life and his strongman career. And not just about strongman, but he also talked about when he was a police officer, how he got into his love for budgies, etc. And yeah, it was a good evening. And Jeff Capes, really nice bloke. But before the evening started, there was a competition there, and he was a judge. Because when I got there, because it's quite a distance from where I live, I got there early because I wasn't sure how long it was going to take, and I don't like to be late. I'd rather be early than be late. So when I got there, the competition was just finishing, and he was judging the competition. And since this one's in Peterborough, I thought maybe he might be one of the judges here, but there's no mention of him, so I don't think he will be. Because if he was, it would say it would state that Jeff Capes is going to be there in some capacity. So yeah, this is just a deadlift only competition, and quite a few people have signed up for it. Actually, trophies for first, second, and third, all categories. Ladies opener 60 kilos, men's novice opener 120 kilos, Inters open a 180 and the Opens open a 220. So if I enter this competition, obviously I'll be in the Opens. So um, your opener has to be a bare minimum of 220 kilos. Um, I would really like to do a competition before the year is out. Right. So yeah, it's hopefully I'll try and get a competition in by the end of the year. I'm just seeing if there's any other competitions going about um, that might suit me. Well, I'm just checking Kent's. Yeah, no, still three guys. It's less than 2 hours to go now. It's not looking good. So Kent strongest man. The September the 8th. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. And yeah, it does suck. But if I sign up for it, four guys, still one guy short, so he'll cancel it. So not really any point in signing up for it, unfortunately. Shame. I did want to do that. So all right. I want to hit 600 on deadlift. I'm at 520. Okay, £80 to go. Yeah, you will. Good luck to you, my friend. Are you going to try and like go for 550 first, or do you feel confident you can um, get to that 600 quite quickly? Because the thing is that once you get over 500, 600, progress on the deadlift can be quite slow. It took me a very long time just to get from 650 to 670, and then uh, even longer to get from that to the eventual 705 that I ended up getting. It takes years. I think I read somewhere, and I'm going to speak in kilos now. Um, I think I read somewhere that Terry Holland, I think it was an interview with Terry Hollands, he said it took him like 8 months to get from 260 to 360. But then it took him like 8 years to get from 360 to 440. Um, so, like I say, progress on the deadlift is very slow. Just working on. Yeah, yeah. Depending on how long you've been training, um, I say it could take a while. Obviously, you're going to have some good training blocks, and as long as life and other stuff doesn't get in the way, and as long as you don't get injured or anything, then I think you'll hit it fine. As to how long it'll take, obviously that's different for everyone. Um, the other thing I wanted to say, all right, so I'm just checking. I don't know why, but I just keep checking this all the time, just in case someone does sign up because I really want to do this comp. Nope, it's still got three names on it. Come on, guys. When I first when I first started, my max was 320. A year later, I could do. Okay, that's really good. So that's nearly £120 in 1 year. Yeah, deadlift progress is very quick to begin with. That's quite good. Um, I mentioned this on the how to deadlift £700. When I started lifting in about 2001, I think my max deadlift was about 434 something, and it it did actually take a few. I think it took until about 2006 until I did 500. So it did take about 4 or 5 years. But then back then I wasn't training religiously. Really, it was like a flavour of the month for me. I kept stopping and starting, stopping and starting. I wasn't proper and serious like what I am now. Um, so there's all different factors. Well, I'm going to sign off shortly. What is going on with this? So yeah, it is far. It is sorry. It is hard. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do the competition in November. Also, I'd really like to do a competition before the year is out. Right, so I'm gonna. That was almost 4 years ago. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay. Yeah, but based on that, yeah, I'd say you're definitely capable of 600. Then definitely, it's just a matter of time. Have you got anyone training you at the moment, or have you got a coach or anything? All on my own. Okay. Are you happy with what you're doing though? Are you like happy with your training? Are you confident that you can coach yourself? Do you feel that you know what you're doing? And Right. Can't find any other. Can't find any other comps. Because the thing is, right, it may be August, but uh, you think it's literally just 4 more months, just over 4 months to go, and then it's going to be 2025. I haven't done a competition since 2022. I've winged my training for a long time, but I found a basic program. Okay. One right, Philippe. One good thing as well that you can do, um, and I found this quite helpful, is to use something called mechanical progression. So, for example, you could do 3 weeks where you could do a wide grip deadlift on a deficit, just do 4 to 6 reps, but do it to like an RPE 7, so it's nice and light. And then the next week, same exercise, a little bit more. And then the third week, more weight, maybe to like an RPE 9. So do maybe like 4 to 6 reps, but walk away knowing you could have done one more. And then on the fourth week, you can either take a deload. I have one deadlift. Okay. Well, okay, cool. Good. Okay, that should help you. Well, I'm going to sign off in a minute, but yeah, for those of you who are watching that would like some help with deadlift, like I say, I've got that video series I did how to deadlift £700, and you can also watch the training block as well, like and see all the stuff that I did. It's 22 weeks. Well, actually, it's 31 weeks. So if you watch all their videos, you've actually got 31 weeks worth of program in there because I do go into quite details how I did it. So anyway, I'm going to sign off now. So I just want to say thanks, guys. Tomorrow is bank holiday here in the UK, so I might come on tomorrow and do another live if there's enough interest for it. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm going to shoot off now. So take care. Thank you very much.